Hello and good evening to everybody on this New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2025, on my last live stream. And it is a sad day to do a very last live stream of 2025. And yes, all good things must come to an end, but kind of clickbaity, but in a sense, this is my way of saying happy 2025 for me and a brand new year for 2026. But the reason being behind this, I know there's probably a lot of live streams going on, and I had very little time to prepare for this, very little, because the roads are absolute garbage outside right now. But I did look over a few things with the very little time that I had left. But in all fairness, I will still be here on 2026, so fear not. But I wanted to get through and say hello to the first and foremost, Ian. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Happy New Year's to you. June, Happy New Year's to you as well. I know that MNC Aquatics is doing a New Year's thing as well, so I won't take up too much of your guys' time. And basically, I want to get through here. Is all news is good news for me. I rarely have bad news at all, but it is good news that I will still be here on 2026. But as people start coming in here and saying hello, I'm not going to be on here for long due to still having to get ready for work tomorrow because I just left from work and the roads were absolutely garbage outside. It usually takes me about 35 minutes to go to and from work, and it took me an hour to get home because of the snow. But I hope I don't put you to sleep because that's not my end goal. But basically, I want to come on here to say to everyone that comes on here, watches me on Facebook, on YouTube, and even Twitch for that matter, because I do have a Twitch account. But I wanted to run through here and just kind of thank each and every one of you who's been on my YouTube, has followed me along this YouTube journey, everyone that I've met. I want to go through my YouTube studio and just go through little videos here and there and just kind of run through it and explain in very short detail of what I've done this year, where I started, and where I'm leaving off, and then what 2026 is going to become. So, but as people are coming in and hanging out, and make sure that everyone who's coming in here to say hi in the chat so I can recognize you and tell you that a Happy New Year, and of course, hope that you've had a very Merry Christmas. I didn't do anything for Christmas as far as YouTube goes, just because I was so busy wrapped up with getting everything prepared for it. And then I also had to work during the whole entire Christmas week, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to get ready for everything. And I didn't create a short or a video or anything like that. But at any rate, yes, please thumbs up the video for this live stream. I'm hoping that someone, at least that are able to catch this live stream, will at least be able to get the beginning of it. That the whole reason why I'm doing this live stream briefly is to thank each and every one of you that are coming on my live streams to have hopefully you guys had a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. And I just want to say a huge thank you to the people that are following me along. And June as well as you've been following me along for a while now, and I thank you. I can't appreciate that enough for being a member. And Ian, more recently this year in this second half of 2025, you've been joining my live streams, and I appreciate that. And then anyone who's followed me on Facebook and even on Twitch and even on the new stuff and old stuff, I do appreciate you guys coming on here and chatting on my live streams and commenting on my videos, and everything that I've come out with and the changes that I'm going to be doing. So what I wanted to do here once I get my YouTube studio. I wanted to run through everything that I've done and kind of explain briefly about some of the videos that were some of my favorites, some that did well, some that didn't do as well as I had hoped. But it's all in the experience, and that's all for my channel as well. Is just doing it for the experience as well. I also have a new webcam too. It was donated to my good friend, or from my good friend Tim, also known as Shadow Shrug. I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but I do want to give a big shout out to him for donating this webcam to me. And seeing how it works, and if I end up liking it this way, then I'll end up getting the same one, because it's actually the same one that I have upstairs in my computer room. So I'm more than likely, if he's going to need his camera back, then I'll probably more than likely get the same one for down here. And yes, you're very welcome. I really try. It's a busy life and a busy schedule, and now that I'm a family of 4, it makes it that much more challenging. But I still try to be here at least once a week. I'm still planning for 2026 to do my live streams on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Except for I don't have anything set up for this Friday yet, because it's going to be at noon this Friday. Due to my work schedule, I actually work, so that'd be 2 days from now, because I work night shifts on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it'll be at noon this Friday. I just got to come up with something for that. But I kind of want to do a quick rundown for the people that are in here, which looks like I have 4 people in here and 1 Facebook like. From Mike Geyer. So thank you for that like on Facebook. I appreciate it. Small children and cats, same thing but different. Yep, that indeed. Yeah, he might be. The more the merrier. I know it's gonna be very a small audience tonight, and I just automatically just figured that because of the new year. I know that people are going out and doing the New Year's thing. I'm sure there's plenty of streamers out there doing their live streams. So I didn't want to take up, too much time, but I appreciate you doing that and setting out the invitation. But let me see if I can share my screen here with the window here. Chrome tab, share. All right. So this is kind of what I wanted to talk about here. Yep. I appreciate it, Jane. I do appreciate that. I did see that MNC is doing a live stream with some people too. So let me go ahead and make this bigger. But this is kind of what I wanted to explain about, and go through here. Here's where all my videos from 2025. My very first video was the big reveal of my fish room. And this one kind of plays like a special piece of my heart, just because it was the big reveal. I'm not going to go through each and every one, but I'm going to go through the ones that are important to me for this year. Is my future addition to the fish room, the behind the scenes footage and that sort of thing. I mean, this one took a long time to set up too, even though it was like 10 minutes long. But this one just was opening up my fish room, starting up with 30 plus tanks, doing the whole breeding process. So that was a big deal for me, and I really liked doing that. So that was kind of why this was one of my favorite videos, even though, since it was like even earlier on, that was my, let me see here. Yep, I'm still in videos. Like I said, I had very little time to prepare for this, so I did what I could. But yeah, that was my first video of 2025. Then I ended up getting a neon sign followed by that, because that was suggested by Jose Joy of Fish Keeping, which was a really neat thing. A very quick video, but I felt like it needed to be shown, so that way it eventually got through Scotty at Raising Fishes, and he got a neon sign, and he followed after me, and I followed after Jose. So that kind of worked out, and we all got a pretty good discount on those signs too. So the next video was a fish room update. This Hygger backpack filter, which I actually no longer have because I actually gave it to someone. I donated to someone whenever I sold a 40-gallon breeder to a Facebook marketplace. And long story short, Facebook Marketplace has been phenomenal for me for the fish room. I've had nothing but great experiences. But anyways, this video did really good. I feel like a lot of the Haiger products did really, really well on my channel. The Haiger Submersible Light didn't do as well, but as you can see, I did like 4,000 views and 37 comments, 100 likes, so that one did really well. I had some small updates to the fish room, and then what was really fun that I did this year that I totally forgot about is I did 30 days of YouTube shorts in a row. Like each day I did a 30-day challenge of YouTube shorts, and that was a whole lot of fun. And it took a lot more effort than I anticipated. But I had a blast doing it. And did I miss someone? Oh, hi. Hey, Ed. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. We're going over some things that I've done this year. But yeah, I did a 30 days YouTube shorts, and that was a whole lot of fun, a lot of goofy stuff and a lot of serious stuff. And it was a whole lot of fun to do that. And then as mid-year started coming in, that's when I started to do a transition of moving my fish room and saying goodbye to fish tanks. So granted, some of these videos didn't get very many views, but to be fair, it's not very fun to watch someone tear down a fish tank. So I totally get it. But the whole reason I did video content, like for example, like goodbye fish tank here and goodbye fish tanks, the 20-gallon rack gone, is the reason I did this is because I wanted to do it more so, not just for your viewing purposes, but it was more so, I guess, had a meaningful part for me just because I wanted to have this video record. I know I'm at the mercy of YouTube, but I wanted to have this video record in my YouTube system so I could go back and look at it and, you know, show my kids and anyone else who hasn't seen these videos, be like, hey, this is what I did in my fish room down here. And then maybe someday down the road, you know, where if the kids are grown up and they're able to do stuff on their own, you could be teenagers, and maybe, you know, as time goes on, I can maybe regrow my fish room. So I can go back and look at these videos and just be like, man, remember when I had 30 plus tanks down here and then I got rid of them all? So I wanted to have record of all of that so I could go back and look at them and kind of go down memory lane. But it was also for the viewers' intent of watching them as well. So I did more work in the fish room, and then July 23rd was my very first behind glass aquarium simulator, when it was the very first thing of when I did something that was non-live fish oriented. It was computer generated live fish oriented. And then this whole price tag unplugged, it was kind of short, and you know what the video was. It was just kind of me explaining, you know, where my channel was going to be going in the future. My best video ever was this Fluval canister filter upgrade. I got so many comments and likes, and I didn't even promote this video at all. And I got this through Pond Guru's YouTube channel, and I was very influenced by his and how he did it. And him and I connected back and forth through email. And he was a great guy to meet, and I feel like just because of that reason, between promoting what he did and me going to do my own rendition of it, and then, well, like I didn't promote it, but I just wanted to do my own rendition of it and make sure that he got credit for, you know, it wasn't all me, it was me taking his video and me wanting to do it. And that was a huge thing for me. I was able to email the Pond Guru back and forth. We had great conversations, and it was just a great experience for me. And it was just a great overall experience. Yeah, and I agree. And I really like, sometimes even if a video doesn't make it as far as views and likes, sometimes a small comments here and there makes a difference, especially when you're targeted to like a smaller audience for a video. That's when it makes sense to have some of these comments that, like, well, we'll get to this in a second, but about what I mean by that, which makes sense. And it really means a lot to me as well sometimes. It's nice to have a popular video because, you know, you're like, wow, I spent a lot of time and energy and effort. And when you have a really good result with a ton of comments, then you know that video did well. But then at the same time, you have a smaller audience, for more smaller targeted audience, you know, for what you're doing, then you really get to get a little bit more personal with your viewers, and you get to talk about little things here and there. Kind of like with Aquarium Simulator, I got to talk with Jose a lot. I know June, you helped me with a lot of the creations of the tank, so that was a lot of fun. But let me see Ian's comment real quick. When I get more knowledge of the hobby, I'm going to start going live myself. Well, Ian, I would definitely try to do that. It's great to start a YouTube channel and start going live, and then you can start meeting people, and then you can start creating videos. It's a great way to get involved with the community, and we'll have to do a live one day. I think that would be a lot of fun too. So yeah, I look forward to that. Yeah, a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot because that would sound biased, but I guess there's mixed feelings between people who use the BioHome, and I have nothing but good things to say about it. So in relation to that, June, and for everyone else who's watching, is someone commented on this video, when I used the BioHome and revamped this FX6, that they wanted an update. And they wanted a 4-month update, and I was working within, the holidays and stuff, and it's now been just about 5 months. But this is a video that I'm going to, I have one non-fish related video that's going to be coming up in the near future, and then I'm going to be working on an update. So everyone who's in here now, you'll know that I'm going to be doing a 6-month update of how this filter's been doing, and I'm going to take apart one of the 2 FX6s and take a look inside and see how everything looks, how it's been performing, how the 220's been doing along with it as well, and what updates I've been doing with that. So that's kind of like a insider for you guys to know that I am still doing fish stuff. I'm going to be doing a video on that, and I'm going to do updates on my Planet Aquarium. Long story short, it hasn't been going as well as I intended it to, but I'm still learning, so we're going to get through that. So I don't want to get too far ahead. Koipit, thanks for coming in. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for coming in and joining, and hope you had a Merry Christmas, and hope you have a Happy New Year. Yeah, and that's kind of what I do with my videos too. It's documentation. And I would definitely agree. So yeah, let me, that's kind of like the future on this video. So let me keep rolling on this here. As we go further down the videos, this was my next biggest video. It had a lot of views along with the Higer backpack update that's above it here. But this one, I could watch this video over and over. It's a very long video, but this video took so long to make. I bought this 220-gallon tank in the winter, like late winter, like late December. I think it might have been early January. And this tank was sitting in my basement for months, because I had to make changes to my fish room, and that's why I had those videos of making changes so I could fit this 220 in the spot that I wanted it in. And it was such a huge project. My brother helped me out, with bringing it, from the location about an hour away to the house, bringing it downstairs. It was just a huge thing. And now that I have this 220 up and running, I have had no issues with the tank and the filtration. All the fish are growing, they're happy, they're healthy. And it's the whole process behind this 220 tank has just been absolutely phenomenal. And it's a long video. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend at least checking a little bit of it out. But thanks for stopping by, Koipit. I appreciate it, and saying hi. And I hope you keep watching my my live streams and content. So have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's kind of my whole backstory behind the 220, and I'm so happy I still have it up and running, and it's going to continue to run in my fish room, and it'll probably never leave that spot that it's at, because it was just a big video for me, and I absolutely loved it. So as we go along, we're going to look at August. There's the update for the Higer backpack filter, the Lego aquarium kit. It kind of took a little bit of time to make that video. It didn't get very many views, which is fine, but it got a lot of comments back and forth between me and my viewers, and I will still not buy that to this day. If it was a little cheaper, I think it was close to like, what, $500 for this thing. It's a great thing to buy, and it would be a really neat thing to put together on a live stream and do that like progression as I went along, but for like $400 or $500, that was a tough pill to swallow, and I will probably never get that because of how expensive it is. And I really loved Legos as a kid. So here's my video of the Planet Aquarium, followed by a quick update. And then here, I want to get back to your comment, June, if you're still in here, that this is where it comes down to having a smaller video and having a smaller targeted audience, because I really want to try to support the YouTube community as much as I can with the allowed time that I have, just because it was so fun to be able to support Tropical Fish Co. and Jody P. and her husband in doing this video. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend doing so, because they have a lot of unique fish on their website, and I wanted to order from them and kind of promote them a little bit and show them appreciation and thanks for joining my YouTube and my live streams, commenting on everything. And I want to kind of put my support back into their company and buying their fish. And I think that's a great way to kind of go back and forth. And I will more than likely buy from Jody P. and Tropical Fish Co. again. We just have to wait till the winter probably clears and the weather looks a little bit better. But I really, really like being able to have that. You have done one video, took 2 years to get finished, and some projects take a lot of time. Yeah, and that was with the 220. It took a lot of time for me to do. And I didn't get it up and running until like halfway through the year, because it was such a long process. I just got it at a good deal, and I've never seen a fish tank for the price that I paid for it. And the setup of exactly of what I wanted too. So it just took, I've been looking for a big fish tank for a while, and I was probably looking for months, and then finally that one showed up, and I was like, you know what? I don't have the space for it, but let's just go ahead and get it set up and put it in the basement, and then we'll be good to go. So yeah. And then my last final video was my channel and my non-fish related stuff. And it actually got more views than some of my other fish related stuff. So then looking again real briefly at shorts, my first, well, I'm not going to, like I said, I did 30 days of shorts. And they all started, let's see, let me look at the date here. My first short was actually just me announcing my 30 days of shorts challenge, and it got 912 views and some comments and decent amount of likes. But it started on April 1st is when I started doing it. It went all the way through April. I did it on my birthday month, so that was kind of fun to do. I got to do some goofy things with Jesse, Sailing Aquatics, with his shorts and stuff, so I thought that was a lot of fun. But I started doing shorts. Go to the next page here. My very first short was on January 26, 2025. You don't like fish keeping? And it was a lot of fun. I did the 30 days of shorts, and then it was just a mixture of different things. And it seems like the goofier they got, the more views that they got. But I want to say that probably my most successful YouTube short of 2025 was a lot of stuff I had to do with Higer, showing my peacock and hat tank when it was still in existence, helping new fish keepers. Oddly enough, this one, day 12, the blue light effect, I don't know why that got so many views, because it's just me putting on the night light on my peacock and hat tank. I advertised North Fin Fish Food a little bit, so that was kind of amusing. And then what else we got here? Another Higer one. And then let me go to the first page. My last short was made from the video game, the aquarium video game on December 20th. And what's cool about StreamYard, if you don't know about this, is whenever you do StreamYard, I don't know if the free version does this, but the premium version is once you're done making your live streams or videos, you can actually tell StreamYard to extract little excerpts of your video or live stream, and it'll kind of smart detect of what you want to, of what it thinks are highlights of your videos or live streams, and then they will take like little shorts of it, and you can literally post it straight from StreamYard into YouTube. And I think that's a really neat thing to have for StreamYard, is to be able to do that, so you don't have to look through a video and then and you don't have to try to find something, download the video, and search through the video, and then try to figure out how to do another short. It'll literally just take it from StreamYard after about 30 minutes of downloading it into the StreamYard app, and then it'll show you, say, here's 4 or 5 clips that you can take straight from StreamYard, post it on YouTube, and you can just adjust your title or thumbnail accordingly, and you can post a video just like that, and it's just that easy. And some of these videos, they and some of these shorts got popular, like the one that says it's buying a fish tank, a bad Christmas present, and it got 1,200 views and a few likes. And then Nintendo Switch 2, it had 1,100 views. Granted, I know that's probably some of the time people were scoring up and down, but like those were just straight from StreamYard. It took a small section of StreamYard, and then I just posted it right to YouTube, and it didn't take any time at all other than wait for it to download. So yeah, a lot of mixes and matches between my fish room updates, 30 days of YouTube shorts, getting the updates of my fish room, and then slowly maneuvering my channel to what I need it to be. So yeah, it's been a fun year. It's been an interesting year, and it's going to have some changes. It's going to continue to do that down the road to accommodate my life and everything that's involved with it. So I'm hoping for a good 2026. Let's see here. And yeah, so we all have different things. So Ian, don't be afraid to start a channel and not have everything be fish related, because you never know what could and could not work. And that's why I'm doing different things for 2026. So yeah, I have high hopes for my channel as well. And I hope that this year, since I'm implementing other stuff other than fish, a lot of things are going to have to do with technology, gaming. And then once the weather gets nicer, I'll be doing stuff outdoors. So I really have high hopes for my channel. I really hope that people will still continue to follow me within the FishTube community, and keep following me as it goes along. My channel is growing slowly, so I'm not really losing anybody, which is great. But I just hope it continues to grow. And as I start to do different things, I'm going to learn a lot this coming year and see what works and what doesn't. And then I'll try to accommodate with my life accordingly. And I really hope the best for my channel. And I still plan on do fish stuff for 2026. Yeah, I do that as well. Your first video was 45 minutes. So yeah, so sometimes those videos that are long, that are pertaining to your personal liking, sometimes those are the best. Are they still in business? I'm a little behind on this, but are you talking about Higer? Maybe that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I've gone back and forth between the free version and the paid version. I know it's a lot of money. It's like $45 a month if you pay for it monthly. I know it's cheaper if you do it annually, but I just go back and forth between paid and free depending on what I'm doing and what content I'm covering and what I want to get out of it. It's nice to have the higher quality whenever you have the paid version, and you get to be able to have some storage space to be able to save your videos at, which is nice. But I'm looking forward to 2026 too. It hasn't been rough for me. I think my life is just in 2025. It's had its rough patches here and there, just like everybody else. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with 2025, and I can't complain either because I had a newborn son in October. So that right there is enough for me to say that 2025 was a successful year. Cat fan is not as nice as fish fan. I totally get it. Yes, Higer. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the paid version does have its benefits. And like you said, the Genet is better video, and you do have a lot of nice perks to it. You can have, if you have a really expensive version of StreamYard, you can have multiple cameras, and you can invite more guests up, and it's more professional and stuff. But going back to Higer, like, I guess they're still doing well. I mean, all the conventions and stuff I've been to and all the different auctions and stuff I went to this year in 2025, I still see Higer stuff out there. I'm surprised they're not in like big box stores, but at the same time, I'm not because they probably want to sell their products. I see more of that stuff in like your local fish stores, that you're that they don't have their stores to themselves. So I've never gotten the glass cleaner from Higer. I've always gotten the MagSafe, I think is what they're called, the white ones. The only thing that I have left from Higer, since I have gotten rid of all the other stuff I've gotten from them, since I've gotten rid of fish tanks, I just donate the Higer product and give that to them as a way of, saying thanks for coming by and stopping and seeing my fish room. It was just out of, kindness of my heart, just saying, hey, here's my Higer product. You can have this hang on the back filter because this was given to me by Higer to do a video for it. So I'm giving it to somebody else to use, and they've loved it. I've never heard anything negative about the stuff I've given to people. But the only Higer product that I actually have right now is a light that's in my Buddha tank right here, and it's just hanging above the fish tank. So and it's working fine. Now, will I ever? I think the only thing that I'm debating about getting is a Higer wave maker, but I have yet to do a video on that. I have to get back with them on that as well. But at any rate, it's been a good year. I hope 2026 is a better year, just because of the fact that the kids are going to be growing up. So I want to do more stuff with them. I want to do different things with my channel. So I'm kind of hoping, that people still follow me, and I'm hoping that I'll gain different followers as well. I might do more live streams vertical just so I can get more followers from different angles of my channel, between the hobbies, the fish stuff, and the non-related fish stuff. So it's going to be an interesting year, but I hope the best for myself. And I was thinking that too, because sometimes the returns can be the problem. Because Higer's, from my experience with Higer's been kind of hit and miss with me. And I've liked about half the stuff that I've promoted for them. And the stuff that I haven't liked, I haven't heard back from the people I've given them to. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that that's a good thing. Ian says that I've only got 200 subs, but I stopped doing videos. But I want to know, is it better for me to make a new account and lose the 200 subs and start fresh? So Salient Aquatics, he made a whole new channel for his tools, Salient Tools, and I did the opposite. I did not want to lose my how many subs that I have, the 1,400, I believe. Let me look real quick. I'm sorry, not 1,400. 1.83 thousand subscribers. I didn't want to lose that. So with you being at 200, you would probably be safe to start a new channel. Because once you get to that monetization process, then you kind of don't want to lose that. So Jesse, Salient Aquatics, he started a whole new side channel to separate his fish stuff from Salient Tools. So I'm doing the opposite, and I'm going to see how it works for me. I think the only thing that might be difficult is to the YouTube algorithm, which I don't really follow a whole lot, but it might just have a hard time pinpointing what is going to work with what you're looking for. As far as it might be a little confused with a non-fish stuff compared to fish stuff. It might have a hard time figuring that out to send that to the next person that wants to watch my content. That might be the only thing that might hinder it. But at the same time, I want to keep my subs, I want to keep my fish tube community, and I want to get new people that aren't fish tubers or in the fish community with technology and other stuff, and maybe grab that into and kind of mix it all into the same thing. So 2026 is definitely going to be a testing year for me. I would say if I had about 200 subs, me personally, I would probably create another channel. But if you don't want to manage two channels at the same time, then keep the one channel. Because that was one thing I did not want to do, is I did not want to manage two channels at the same time. I wanted to manage just one channel. And but it could go the opposite direction too. It kind of all depends on what your main focus is for your YouTube channel. Is really what the thing you want to look at is what's your end goal what's your main focus and where do you want to go and what direction you want. Like, what is your main goal and what direction you want to go with it? If you want to be an all-around hobby channel, then that's fine too. But if you want to change your channel around a little bit like I did, it all depends on what your end goal is and what you're looking for. It kind of all comes down to it. So I hope that helps you, Ian. I probably wouldn't start over because that's something I did not want to do, because that was a long process for me to do alone in itself to get where I'm at now. So, but it's not hard. And June says, find the most interesting channels aren't here for the cash. Some dwell on it too much. And I agree with that too. And I have several channels that just to give others more subs. Yep, and that helps too. Sometimes it just helps to share the channels, especially when you're doing another channel. Sometimes it just helps to get started and kind of like a jump start to get your channel up and running and going. Even if they don't follow you, it's nice to be able to say, hey, someone started this other channel, so just do me a favor and get a sub for them to try to help the channel out and grow. And it works for some and maybe not for others. But like I said, 2026 is going to be a big test year for me because I'm doing the opposite of what Jesse's doing. Is I'm implementing everything into my one channel, and I'm going to see how it goes and see what things attract different viewers, see if I get a nice mix and match between different things. And if it doesn't work, then like I said with my new channel name and the price tag experience, it's all in the experience and learning and going from there and seeing what works and what doesn't. So I have high hopes for 2026 to learn a lot, and I really hope that it becomes a good year for me, and I hope it is a good year for you guys. And you're welcome, Ian. Any way I can help is possible. Or any way that I can help you in the future. You can, I'm always open to suggestion. I'm always open to helping people out. Ian and I, we've had Facebook message back and forth quite a bit, and it's been a pleasure doing that. And if there's something I don't know, I'll of course say like, hey, I'm not an expert at this subject, and I would try to lead you in the right direction if I can't. I'm always easy to get along with just to talk to and get to know through live streams, through Discord, through Facebook, Instagram, that sort of thing. So, yeah, and hobbies usually, it depends on what hobby you get into. If you get into a hobby that's a really popular niche, or that's really clicking, or a hobby that's really in the, I don't even know how to explain this, but like a hobby that's really popular right now on YouTube, that's really popular, and you already started like a popular channel in like 2020 back when COVID and no one could do anything but watch YouTube, and then you build another channel off of that, and that benefits for it. But people that are just starting out, it's hard to start YouTube. It really is. It's very difficult to be able to come up here and speak in front of a camera and do their thing, come out with YouTube videos and be comfortable doing it. So it takes a lot of guts, and it takes a lot of courage to be able to do that. And it took a lot for me as well. But I'm still glad I'm doing it. Even if I don't get a whole lot of viewers or a whole lot of likes or views, I still like being here and talking to you guys and hanging out with you, and I do appreciate every bit of it. So it's really like I do YouTube, just for the fact of getting to know people, talk to people on my live streams, do some videos, connect with some people here and there, and then and it kind of the little bit of monetization that comes in, it just helps pay for the fish food and the little small things that keep this hobby running and keep my normal hobbies running. So it's nice to be able to have that. A little bit can go a long way sometimes. Ian says that you're growing in knowledge, but 35 years ago I didn't have a clue, but this time around I learned a hell of a lot from social media. Yep, and you do have to be careful with social media. I've actually had some very good experience with Facebook. I know that you have to be careful because a lot of people like to kind of go back and forth. So just be careful with social media. It can be a huge benefit to everything, and I hope it is best in your benefit as well to work for you. And I think the best reward too as well, like I agree with you, June, that meeting people to talk fish is the best reward because you really do learn a lot. So I've learned a lot in 2025, and will continue to do so in 2026. And I hope that everyone else will continue to support me. So that's all I have to say for tonight. I know I'm ending it kind of early, and there's not a whole lot of viewers, but I want to make sure that Ian, you get your sleep. I know that you're a night owl like me, but I'm on day shift currently, so I'm not a night owl at the moment. But I want to make sure you get your sleep. Happy New Year to you, Ian. June, Happy New Year to you, and whoever else is watching, whoever has liked it and hung out and said hi. I want to make sure to say Merry Christmas to everybody that's had a great Christmas and have a Happy New Year. And here's to fingers crossed that this will be a good year for me as well on my YouTube channel. So you're very welcome. You guys take care. Be happy, be safe, be healthy, take care of yourselves, and I can't thank you enough for following me, and we'll see you again soon. Hopefully Friday around noon, but I'll keep you guys posted. All right, take care, and we'll see you soon. Later.